The Sinajana community is reeling after the untimely loss of one of its own to that fatal car crash over the weekend during the early hours of Saturday morning.
We were informed in the morning by the police department as the reason why the roads were closed, because people were asking why. And upon learning of that, we sent requests out, do we know where they're from or whichever else, and only to find out that the deceased was from Sinajana.
Patrol officers with Guam police responding to the tragedy unfolding at around 2:09 a.m. along Route 4 in Sinajana. The driver reportedly losing control and veering off the roadway, ultimately crashing into a pump station with flames engulfing the car upon impact. 4 passers-by pulling the victim out of the car before the fire could fully take over. The Guam Fire Department extinguishing the blaze as the victim was transported to Naval Hospital and later pronounced deceased by attending physicians. Sinajana Mayor Robert Hoffman telling KUAM the victim was making his way back home to his fiancée after ending his shift at Ross.
His fiancée was expecting him home that evening and was waiting for him, and she was even told to turn around, and she was like, why can't I pass this road? She goes, you got to turn around and find another way to get home. So she did, only to get home and to be able to receive the call from the authorities to come down and check what out would happen. So it really is heartbreaking, and to receive that news, it's still something she has to process as well, and the family has to process. I understand his mother's also off island, so she's not having to make that phone call. That's also very difficult.
Hoffman adding the area of the crash is a tricky one to navigate. The mayor recalling nearly 5 accidents prior to this alone.
That area is paved to the standard where it's a non-skid area, but there are, it is such a tricky curve as you get up to the area here. So, sometimes people are just fatigued and tired, and they don't realize it turns such abruptly, or sometimes speed is a factor. So it really depends on what the issues were. There were all different factors of all those other accidents that happened in that one area.
It's too many lives claimed by the island's roads that has Mayor Hoffman urging the community to drive cautiously.
Drive defensively, drive safely, and if you're tired, ask somebody to pick you up and take you. It is very, like I said, I feel bad for the family, and he was a hard worker.
Hoffman remembering him as a hard worker amongst other things, leaving this message with his loved ones.
It really breaks our heart, and to have such a close connection to many people where he stayed at. He was, very friendly, very kind with everybody, and we were just reaching out, and so we've been assisting the families, helping schedule mass, rosary, stuff like that, and seeing what we can do. But it is very tragic. We'll never know the real reason of what happened there, but for it to happen, our hearts go out to his fiancée and his family.
And despite Mayor Hoffman confirming the victim is a resident of Sinajana, Guam police say official identification is pending confirmation with next of kin. This marks the 19th serious traffic crash and 23rd fatality. The investigation into the crash is ongoing and remains open with the Guam Highway Patrol Division.